Hello, bookish people. It's Allie, and I thought since I'm new here to Booktube that I would take a little bit to talk to you about me and do the Booktube Newbie Tag. I've got it pulled up on my phone here. So, first question, why did you start this channel? Well, I started this channel so that I could reach out to other people who love books and hopefully inspire some people to read new books that you might not have heard of before, or to be able to share my love of books with other people just in general. So hopefully somebody can find something that they might not have known about before. I think that it's awesome to spread the word about books and to share what I know with you. The next question, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? So here in the next month, I would say, I'm going to try to start this next month, I'm going to be reading more children's literature and middle grade literature along with everything that I normally read. I want to reach out to people who have children or to people who might want to broaden their horizons and read something that you might not know very much about. And I really want to show people my passion for children's literature because I feel like there are some really great books out there that are written for a younger audience but that adults can really enjoy too. And I also would love to share my knowledge of the books that I have read or books that I'm going to read with people so that you can share it with your children, or so that you can get recommendations for your children, or maybe you can recommend it to a friend. Just want to show people something that might be outside of their comfort zone, or something that you might not have very much experience with. Next question. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I am so excited to be meeting new people who love books as much as I do. I am also very excited to be sharing my love of books with people who want to learn more about books. I think that it's awesome that there's a community out in the world who all equally love books and who share their love of books and who can come together and have this awesome platform to be able to connect. I just think that that's super awesome. The next question, why do you love reading? I love reading because of my grandma. My grandma showed me a passion for books when I was very, very young. I used to carry books around with me all the time. I never left the house unless I had a book in my hands. And she's used to read to me all the time. She would show me books that are award-winning books, or she would show me books that were just really great stories or had really great characters. And she was a librarian, so she knew all of the good books and she shared them with me, and we read together all the time, and that was really what kindled my love for books. And also I love reading because it's that escape. It's when you pick up the book and you start reading and you're not in this world anymore. You're in somebody else's imagination, some awesome place that another person has thought of and is taking you to a magical world, or taking you to another world, taking you somewhere else other than being here in the now. And I think that books are awesome for that reason. Books are such a great form of escape. And I also love that characters can become some of your best friends whenever you have that book that you just really love and you read it over and over again because you love those characters and you've been with those characters, and maybe you had that book whenever you were a child and now you're picking it back up as an adult and those characters just feel like home to you. I love that feeling, and I think that reading is such an important part of life. Next question. What book or series got you into reading? So my grandma and I, like I said before, read a lot together, and the first book that I really remember is Harry Potter. And we used to sit on her front porch the year that it came out. She got it for me, and we would sit on her front porch and we would read, and she would read it to me, and then I would take a turn and I would read to her. And since that time, since that first book, every consecutive Harry Potter book that came out, she always got it for me and we always read it together. Even the very last one, when I was in high school, she had it mailed to me and I would read and call her and catch up with her on everything that was happening, and we would discuss theories, and she was always further than I was in the book, so she always enjoyed hearing what I had to say. But I just love Harry Potter for that reason, and that's the series that just really got me into reading thicker books. I was reading those books in elementary school. So, next question. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Right now, my favorite booktubers are Murphy of Murphy Napier and Reagan from Prue's Project. And honestly, I don't have a specific question for either of them. I watch all of their videos, so I would just love to sit down and have coffee with either one of these very talented ladies and talk about books, because who doesn't want to just sit and have a cup of coffee and talk to someone about books, really? Alright, the next question. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Right now, the most difficult thing that I'm facing, the most difficult challenge, is that I have 3 children. So when I need to film, I need at least 2 of them to be napping. My oldest child is 9, so she can take care of herself. But my 2 youngest are 2 and 3 months. Well, he's about to be 3 months. So it's difficult sometimes to find time to film when it's very quiet. My biggest obstacle right now is just having to film around the schedule of my children. The next question is, when did you start reading? My grandmother used to read a Pocahontas book to me over and over again until I could sit down and read that same book back to her. And that's when I really started reading, and I guess that would have been probably when I was around 3 maybe, I'm not really sure, but a long time ago. I've always had a passion for reading. Next question, where do you read? I read anywhere that I possibly can, because 3 children makes it very difficult to read sometimes. So anytime I have a few minutes to just sit down and pick up a book, no matter where I'm at, I will sit down and read. But one of my favorite places to read is at a coffee shop. I love to go sit at a coffee shop and smell the coffee brewing and have other people doing work around you. You know how it is in a coffee shop. But I also love to read outside. I have a camping hammock that I really like to put up and lay in and read for hours. I love nature, so being outdoors when I read is always really nice, and it helps me unwind. And let's see, the last question, what kind of books do you like to read? I really like to read just about anything. I will pick up a book and give it a chance most of the time. I have found a lot of books that way that I didn't even think that I would like before. I tried, for instance, Ray Bradbury, and I had thought that I would not like Ray Bradbury at all, but as soon as I picked up Fahrenheit 451, I could not put that book down. And if I had not given that book a chance, then I wouldn't know how much I love Ray Bradbury and how great his books are. That was actually in high school, so I really will just about give anything a chance. But my favorite genres are fantasy and children's literature. I love any kind of fantasy book. This shelf behind me is mostly all fantasy, and then that shelf over there, the whole bottom portion is children's literature. So the answer to that question is that I'll read just about anything, but fantasy and children's literature are my favorites. Since I have wrapped this up, in other news, I have decided that I'm going to try to do vlogging. I have a lot of time at home, and I thought that it would be fun to try to put out a vlog on Mondays. So I'm going to try to do a weekly reading vlog and have snippets out of my days. Hopefully this will work out. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try to have a video up this coming Monday, and we'll see how that goes. If it's not up on Monday, you can still expect content from me every Friday. So make sure that if you enjoy listening to me talk about books, that you subscribe to my channel, that you like this video, and that you leave me a comment down below so we can talk about books. See you later.